Hello guys, I came up with another video regarding lifecycle mounting lifecycle methods. And as I said in previously, like in initialization, mounting, updation, unmounting, and error handling, we already discussed about this one. Today, I want to discuss with you regarding in mounting lifecycle methods in ReactJS. So, mounting lifecycle methods, there are in four categories. There are four methods. Constructor method, this one is every component we have the constructor method. When you are creating component, it will come the constructor with props and the super keyword as well. And the static get a derived state from prop, this one is the previous props and previous state, it will take it up. And then you can do like in a just you can return on whatever previous props or previous state. And if you want to compare anything else in previous props or previous state, you should use this kind of method. And render method, render is quite common method in the React lifecycle method. Like in when you are creating any component, render method should be there. ComponentDidMount, this is side effects. Like if you want to call Ajax calls, this method is going to be render in the last. All the methods remaining, all the methods is rendered. After that is rendered by ComponentDidMount. So let me explain very clearly what is what, and with description, and then you can understand what is what. And then I will go to give the example for that. Okay. First, constructor is a special function that will get whenever a new component is created, initializing state, binding the event handlers. Like in event handlers, right? In previously I said in binding event handlers inside of the constructor, I showed it that one. And don't call any side effects and HTTP request, get and post. You can't call it in any Ajax calls in the constructor. Super keyword also is there. Don't call any side effects. Like in other one is get derived state from props. That one, as I said, like in when the state component depends on the change props over time. That means in it will go to compare. If you want to compare previous props on previous state, you can utilize the method get derived state from props. That is use of that set state. Yeah. So another one is the render method. Render method, as I said, like in is a quite is normal method, like in the class component. That is when it is rendering, and every time it is coming up, just read the props and return the JSX inside of the render. Don't change the state or interact with the DOM or Ajax call. The last method is componentDidMount. As I said, componentDidMount calls the side effects. That means you can call the Ajax call and load the data and have been rendered to the DOM and children to DOM. So this is the main important things. And just I want to give an example, guys. Then you can understand what I'm talking about. Let me give an example for that. Okay, fine. Let me comment out this piece of code and let me create in components inside of the component, like inside of the component I want to create the folder life cycle methods. If you want to mention something else like that, and then lifecycle methods, you have to create the lifecycle 1 dot tsx. So here I want to call this as I said, like in all, this is the life cycle methods, especially in life cycle mounting. I'm talking about mounting only. I'm not talking about anything. So for this, right, in import react from react sorry, react from react from react. And then like in next is the class, we know, right? In class any, okay, life cycle life cycle one, I want to put the name like in extends react dot React.component, and then here we have the render method. As in normally we have the render method, and then inside of the render method we have the return JSX, just return, and I want to tag the h1 tag over here, h1, and here I want to keep the life cycle one, life cycle one, just I want to keep it this. Okay, sorry, okay, fine, yeah, let it be. And then class name equal to app. I want to keep the app. Okay, just I want to keep the one. And I want, before going for a constructor, just I want to give the some TypeScript types. Just in type props equal to just props, type state, I'm sorry, type state equal to message string type. Okay, string type, and then here props comma state. Okay, so state. So inside of the props and state I want to call it the just right, constructor. Okay, sorry, constructor. Okay, this is the special method, as I said, just in props, and just I want to call the props, empty props method. I did not declare any parameters over there, just in props. And as I said, in super keyword is coming up. So props, this is a special method, and then like in this dot state, this keyword is common here, and message just like okay, life cycle. I want to keep it life cycle. Okay, and here I want to keep it one console. Just I want to see which one is rendering first, which one is rendering next. Okay, so I want to keep it here. Just I want to copy this name, life cycle one, life cycle okay, life cycle one, I want to keep it, and this same thing I want to copy here as well, life cycle one. Sorry, okay, life cycle one, and here the constructor, I want to copy the constructor. Okay, so here, okay, next I want to, here inside of the console dot okay, I want to copy paste, I don't want to waste in most time. So here just I will copy and render. Next I want to go next, and then we have in two more methods, right? In the constructor is just initialization, render is the render method, and then is the two more methods like in static, get derived state from props. So it will this one is accepts the previous props, um equal to props, okay, previous state, sorry, previous state equal to state. Okay, and then just it is a return, just you can return either null or return previous state or previous props, which one you want to be. Just I want to keep it the null, and then we can see console.log. Just I will copy this piece of code and copy paste over here, get derived state from props. Okay, here I want to get the derived state from props. And the last and final method, as I said, in componentDidMount. ComponentDidMount is for Ajax calls or side effects and whatever it may be. So this one is when it is going to be rendered, we will see soon. And just I will copy this part and I will paste it over here. So that's pretty much of it. And just I want to export default lifecycle one here. Okay, so that's pretty much of it. So all the mount cycle methods are kept it, and then I want to go to the app.tsx, and then I will make a call. Okay, fine. This one is gone. I don't want to be keeping the one. That's the reason it's throwing the error. Okay, fine. Yeah. Life cycle one is coming up, and just I want to keep it, and then here, and then I want to go back, and I want to see the console. For this, I want to close unnecessary things. I want to close this one as well. Okay, fine. Let me go to. I'm sorry. I want to open it in here. Okay. Okay, fine. Yeah, just in localhost 3000. We'll see what's. See, lifecycle one is coming up. Just I want to go here, and just I want to show the console, and see here all the four methods is coming up. See, I want to rerun again. Just I want to rerun. I want to confirm that one. See, first is executing constructor. Next is executing render. First rendering the constructor is rendering the first method. The second, that's why they called as an initialization. Next method is the getDerivedStateFromProps is coming up. Next method is coming up. Render is the last one is componentDidMount. So this is perfect to execute the Ajax call. So Ajax call means right, in wait, sync and await. Like you can wait for the execute the API calls. So this is the perfect one to be keep it the componentDidMount. Okay, this is the one example. Let me render. Okay, let me do another one like in lifecycle 2, and I want to call it in lifecycle 2 inside of the lifecycle 2 one, and what is going to be happen, we'll see. Okay, which one is going to be executed is which one. Lifecycle 2 dot tsx. Okay, so lifecycle 1, I want to copy everything and I want to paste it. Okay, for time saving, so I want to change it name to. Okay, change it name to. I want to copy everything and I want to paste it over here, and I want to change it lifecycle 1 to 2. Okay, lifecycle 1 to 2, and we'll see what's going to happen over here. Okay, got it. Got you. So inside, let me call it in lifecycle 2. I want to render it in over here and see what's going to happen. Lifecycle 2. Okay, lifecycle 2. Okay, and that's pretty much of it. And then I want to change it to here, like in lifecycle 2. Okay, lifecycle name. Okay, fine. That's perfectly fine. Okay, I want to copy the same thing and save and go to here. I want to keep it the one as well here, and we'll see how it's going to happen, which one is rendering in which one. So see here, lifecycle one is coming up, lifecycle 2 is coming up, right? So let me rerun it. Okay, something warning. Okay, fine. So which one is running first? Like lifecycle 1 constructor is coming up, next lifecycle 1 state from props, and lifecycle 1 render, and then see here, lifecycle 2 constructor is coming up, lifecycle 2 this one is rendering, and next is rendering render, and the final one is componentDidMount is rendering, and then finally is componentDidMount. Be careful guys, like in rendering, like in I don't know why it is occurring. Maybe cannot appear as a child, blah blah blah. Okay, fine. Yeah, I got it. Maybe I want to stop this. So this one is not required. I want to keep it like this. Okay, fine. Try to 1 to 2. Okay, fine. Let me see what's going to happen. Yeah. So that error is gone, but this one is gone, but that doesn't matter. So you need to understand what is happening. First, which one is rendering? Lifecycle 1 constructor is rendering. Next is rendering by getDerived from state from props is coming from the lifecycle 1. Next is rendering by render method is lifecycle 1, and then lifecycle 2 started rendering. Lifecycle 2 gets derived start from is rendering, and then is rendering by lifecycle 2. So componentDidMount is first, and then is the last and final is executing component did mount. So this is the magic of this, guys. So I hope you understand something else. And then just you can keep in mind, guys, simple one, like in what I'm trying to tell, like in here, you want to keep it in your mind, like in which method is rendering is the first, which method is rendering is very, very important. Because in case if you want to call it in Ajax call, you can't call it in a constructor method or somewhere else. You have to constructor, you have to call it in componentDidMount. That's pretty much of it. Yeah, I will go to make it in next is the updation of the ReactJS lifecycle methods. Keep in watch. See you guys. Bye bye.